Hello everyone, welcome back to Tall Tales Custom Tackles. It's actually been a few weeks, probably maybe close to 4 weeks. I've been gonna do a video a few weeks ago, but had a lot of things come up, had unexpected events come up, so things got pushed back. Anyway, I'm gonna do a short little video today just to pretty much upload some content. I mean, like I say, it's been a little while. Things have been a little crazy, so I was actually hoping a few of my molds would come in. I've got some more molds I've ordered that I'm waiting for. I got some Angling AI molds coming, 4-inch curly tail little grubs, but they're so backed up right now it's taking forever. I got a few more molds coming from another place. Anyway, in this video we're pretty much just gonna, I've got a lot of remelts. I've actually got tubs of old sprues that I'm not gonna dig out, but I got a bunch up here from the last, few weeks of orders that I've gotten in. So I'm pretty much just gonna throw some stuff together, remelt, see how it looks, and then from there decide what mold to actually shoot it in. Because this is just for fun, so depending on what color or how it looks will depend on what mold I use. I mean, because this will pretty much mainly be for personal use. Anyway, we'll decide. So let's see here. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got colors laying everywhere from the last just few weeks worth. These are sprues from laminated baits. The rest of these are just single colors you could still make more baits out of. Of course, I use all of them. I mean, you see some people, they list them for sale, just for used stuff, but I'll melt this down a lot of times and see what colors I can get out of it. And sometimes, honestly, stuff like this makes the best colors, and sometimes it's aggravating because you'll melt stuff like this down and you're like, oh, maybe it'll make something neat. Then once in a while your color that you get off of something like this is like just mind-blowing, and you're like, wow, how can I recreate that? And then you got to try to figure it out. There's been times where I've done colors off of sprues that came out so nice that I was like, wow. So I made, like, say a short auction, just do like a batch of baits, 20, 30, 40 baits, and like put them up on auction. Here, this is a one-time deal, color thing. Then I'll have people message, hey, can I get that same color? Can I? So then you're having to go back and try to figure out how to remake that color, and a lot of times it's almost impossible to recreate that same color. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm gonna try to make this quick. Let's see here. I guess we'll start out with this batch right here. I mean, it's just mostly this. I try to separate it as far as, like, some of this is from Falcon Crawl laminate, and the other is from a Kentucky Special Plum. So they're very similar. I mean, one side is on this one is like a pinkish red, the other side is like a more of a green, a light green color. Then this one is a dark red and a darker green. So I think we'll start out and actually do that. So I'm not making the video so long. I'm gonna cut it off for a second, get this cut up, go ahead and melt it down, and we'll come right back when it's ready, and we'll see what color it turns into. All right, well, it actually ended up being kind of like a real dark brown looking, maybe burnt motor oil. It's got a lot of red tint to it. Let me put some out. got a lot of red tint, but I'm thinking I'm gonna add a little bit of a burnt copper alloy to it and see what that does. I mean, we can't mess it up. It's for personal use only anyway, pretty much. So I'll add one little scoop of that and see what that does. Now I think first I'm thinking I'll probably just shoot it in a like a ribbon tail worm. Alright, 1/8. That probably ain't enough to hurt or change it too much. It just might give it a little bit of, yeah, it's gonna give it a little bit of pearl copperish look, you know, to steer away from that red a little more. I believe it'll look good in a ribbon tail, so I'm gonna shoot a ribbon tail first, I believe. Yeah, actually don't look too bad. All right, let me get my little area set up since I know what I'm gonna do now. Let's see, that's why I say I wasn't sure what we was gonna shoot with it until time came. Alright, I'm not using this. I might actually go ahead and shoot. Angle this more. I might go ahead and see if I got enough to go ahead and just shoot a couple of lizards while I'm at it. I'm gonna make an adjustment on this real quick. Yeah, I think I'll do some lizards and a couple of these 9.5-inch worms. Can't never go wrong with big worms. Of course, lizards are pretty awesome too. And you don't really necessarily have to do this. Once you put this air clamp on, it holds pretty well, but I like to put those clamps on the sides. Main reason I do that is sometimes if you're holding a lot of pressure, if you don't, because these molds are real long, if you're holding a lot of pressure, sometimes you'll get a little bit of flashing on the tail ends, and I hate flashing. So let's check the temperature on the plastic real quick. I'm still holding pretty good. I will stick it in there for about 20 more seconds while I'm getting the camera angle set. I think we'll be fine right there as long as my big head don't get in the way. Like I say, I had full intentions on making a video. I've been off the last 5 days. I go back to work tonight, but I have had full intentions on getting out here, cleaning the shop up, getting everything situated, and making another video. But I'll tell you what, it's been one of those weeks where nothing has went as planned. I mean, not a bad week, but Friday night I ended up picking up a new boat motor. Well, new to me, used boat motor, because mine's been acting up. I got a Johnson, a 1995 Johnson 150 Fast Strike that has been a great engine for years, but it started getting where it didn't want to do right. I mean, cranks up, runs perfect, but it's the acceleration, you know, getting up on plane, don't want to do right. Well, now took it to the shop a couple different times, let different people look at it, and apparently they can't figure it out. Anyway, it runs, the motor runs perfect, great compression. The problem I was having is it idles perfect when you put it in gear, try to go, it just a stumble on its face if you just try to get into it. But as long as you from idle and you just stomp it all the way to the floor, it'll get up and go and run all day long. But anything between that, say above idling to about 20-mile-an-hour range, it just will not, it'll cut off before it holds it. You know, it just won't do it. And like I say, I've took it to 2 different boat mechanics, and the first one told me, oh, it's just heat soaked, you know, you'll just have to deal with it. The second one, oh, he told me he'll check it out and figure it out, but then he finally just said, oh, it's just something you're gonna have to deal with. So I don't know, and I can't find no local, you know, Johnson or Evinrude mechanic that really knows, and that's all they deal with. So I just end up going buying a different one. I went with a smaller one, a 90, which I think would be just fine. It'll help on gas mileage. Anyway, this right here will be done in just a second. They got plenty in them. We'll see how they turn out. This color, actually, you can see it right there, looks pretty good. What I ended up doing is I went through the sprues. You know, I told you we had some that had that were just red, and some had more of a purplish look. Like these right here are from Kentucky Special with plum. So I actually separated them and only used the sprues off of the Falcon Lake Crawl color, you know, just to, because this one only has like black, red, and gold flake. So I thought maybe it would turn out better with that, because I'll do something else, you know, with those. Anyway, we're fixing to take this bad boy down and see if they made anything worth, you know, worth using. Just set you up right there. I know sometimes I get to rambling, these videos end up being 20 minutes longer than they need to be, so just bear with me. I mean, all right, let's see if we ended up with anything. All right, that color actually turned out pretty good. Really good. Yeah, I like that. Try to get a couple in the light so you can really see. I got that almost like a burnt, you know, motor oil look to them, but that pigment powder gives it more of a pearl look. Yeah, I like them. That's definitely not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, take this other one out real quick. I ain't gonna show this one. Alright, they turned out perfect. Just throw them over there and we'll get the big ribbon-tailed worms. That way you can see what they look like. Oh, I definitely like them in the worm better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like lizards too, but man, these big worms are hard to beat. Wow, that's nice. Real nice, almost like a gold. You know, it gives it a that little pearl, kind of almost gives it like a pearl goldish look. It's pretty nice. Try to get, you can see again. All right, that ain't bad. Not bad at all. I'm trying to think what else would look good in that color. what do we... Trying to think what I want to do. I mean, it's hard to beat the old ribbon tails. I might make a few of these little curly tails right here. I won't shoot that one. I'm just putting it in there just for just to make room, because I don't need no 3-inch, but I might shoot a few of these. I really like these ringworms. They do a good looking bait. They make a really nice looking bait. Get the angle. We're gonna shoot these real quick, and I think that'll be it. I mean, they give you a little bit of content to look at for the ones that watch my videos and wait for me to upload more. All right. Of course, I got a decent little amount of this left. Well, not a ton, but I got about a cup and a half of that color left. I might actually decide to melt one of these other ones down later. Like this right here would pretty much be all green. Like melt that one down. That would probably be about the amount of plastic I got left, and actually make a laminate out of it. I think it would look good. Yeah, I think it would turn out just fine. Alright, let's top these off. It shouldn't take them just a minute because they were already room temperature cool. If I was gonna run a lot of them, I would have fired up the old cooling plates. There's a new addition. I had to change the lid. The old lid, if you remember, was a cutting board with just a little clear glass lid. It was doing good, but it sucked so much pressure, it was bowing it real bad. And the old seal I had around it right here was a silicone, which it seals better than this right here. This is just a 1/4-inch fuel hose. It works, but it you know, it's kind of hard, so I will be changing that out later to probably another silicone or a softer rubber. But I went with this because it sucked so much pressure that it actually ended up splitting my other hose. But anyway, it does good. I went with a 3/4-inch lid, and I did have the pressure valve on top and the relief valve on top. I changed it over and put it here because I didn't want no stress on this at all. So I did change it over. It works pretty well. I mean, it catches and, you know, works pretty quick. So like I say, it would. I'm gonna change it over and put a different seal on top. All right, I think these have been plenty long enough. Let's go ahead and get them out, look at them real quick, and then we'll end this little video. And of course, I'll be honest with you, I like making new stuff, you know, custom orders and stuff. I do a lot of custom orders for people. I mean, that Kentucky Special Plum, that's a color a gentleman a couple weeks ago, well, probably a few weeks ago, had asked me if I could do. There's a color online that's called Kentucky Special, but he wanted it kind of like that, but with a little bit of plum on the bottom, and it actually turned out really good. I was impressed with it. It's one of the colors I now offer in my lineup. It's a really nice color. But anyway, yeah. Now those ringworms are hard to beat. Try to see if you can That little tail right there just throws up so much action when you're pulling it through the water. Yeah, I mean the camera can pick it up a little bit, but in person it looks more like a burnt, not like regular motor oil. I mean, motor oil is a lot lighter, but it's almost like a real black burnt motor oil. You know, it's got that red tint to it. It's got a little bit of that orange, you know, like burnt copper look, but it really looks more like a burnt motor oil. So I'm happy with that. I'll definitely use those for myself. This is going to be my personal baits right here. Well, I got a few right here, orders that's going out. Matter of fact, this is, try to get in the, this is what the sprues we just mowed down, this is what they're from. That is what they're from. It's a falcon crawl color. So that's the ones we're from. There's a few more goodies going out this week. I had to make something better to put my baits on, because I usually, when I have a bunch of orders going, like this past week, I had like 15 or 16 of those trays full, just laying all around the shop, and it's chaos when it's like that. You can't move because you got just stuff laying everywhere. So I made that, and that'll hold 12, you know, trays stacked up. So that helps out more. I got to order more because they actually don't have any of the peg boards or the pegs in stock that I want to use. So I gotta order some so I can put the rest of this stuff up. Anyway, if you live a normal life, you know what I'm talking about when things can get hectic, and that's how it's been the last few weeks. With that being said, I'm going to end this video. I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I mean, hell, give it a thumbs down. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Anyway, leave me some comments if you have any suggestions, something you want to see. You know, if you're new to bait making and I mean, I don't claim to know everything, but if you want some advice or need any help with anything, just shoot me a message, and if I can, I'll give you some advice. Sometimes it takes me a while before I see a comment on, you know, my YouTube channel, so you can always hit me up on Facebook. You can send me a message on Tall Tales Custom Tackles on Facebook, or under my personal name, Eric Gilly. Honestly, that's the account I use the most. You can also check us out on Instagram, Tall Tales Custom Tackles. You know, like I say, any questions, anything you want to know, just hit us up. We'll try to answer. I do want to say we're getting up there. We got like 62, 3 somewhere in there subscribers, which I'm very, very happy with. It might take a while longer, but once we hit 100 subscribers, and I mean, I'm hoping it don't take that long. It might take several months from now, I don't know. Once we do hit 100 subscribers on this channel though, what I think I'll do, by then I should have a lot more molds in. Like I say, I got more that I'm waiting on. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I'll probably do like a big giveaway. I say a big giveaway, I mean 100 baits is a decent amount of baits in my opinion. So we can do like a 100 bait giveaway, you know, celebrate 100 subscribers. It'll be your choice pretty much. If you want to mix it up, 100 of one style, you know, we'll figure it out. The closer the time comes, we'll figure it out. I mean, we got a while. It takes, honestly, on these things, it takes a while to hit that many subscribers. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time.